Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pain Scale. And I'm here today with another new type of video. I don't believe I've done one of these previously, but let's have a chat. And we're going to be talking about this new year before our calendars officially change from 2024 to 2025. And I did a video about 2025 is coming. Be mentally prepared, if I'm not mistaken. That was the name. But just again, before the new year comes, let's have a little chat, about I'll talk about a little bit about myself and what I want to do in this new year. Um, and also some tips for this new year. The first tip, that I would give about this new year is like if you've always waited for a new year to come to like start like a new hobby or again, I think I spoke about this in my 2020, the new year's resolutions. I don't believe in those, you know. Um just remember, all year, it doesn't matter what year, it doesn't matter if it's, the last day of the year, all during the year, feel free to change, fix yourself, do, start a new hobby, do something with yourself, don't wait for a new year to come, because it's ridiculous, it's like I don't believe in holidays, and I don't believe in the whole the new year bubble jumble, I just believe, throughout the year it's always time to prepare yourself for something new, like if you're starting a new venture in life. um if you just want to change yourself in general, that's an all year round thing. That's any time. It doesn't matter what year it is, what day it is. You should always be willing to fix yourself. um and yeah, it's really not hard at all. It's just you just have to be willing to do so. And just have confidence in yourself to change. Which I know can be difficult for some people. I know it was hard for me for a very long time to have confidence in myself, but now, that I've really started to get my mental health together and stuff like that. I'm still working on that. Um, I brought up my confidence a lot, and I'm more confident, to start new product like YouTube, for example. I had a couple of YouTubes before. It was about what like gaming, and I started to do like videos about wrestling and stuff like that. I just wasn't passionate about making those videos. This though is what I'm passionate about: making videos, that can help people, or even if it puts me out there as an example, for people, that people go through shit, and that you're not alone, in this life, so I'm not. That's why, again, if I think I've said before, why I created this channel. I wanted an uncensored, no bullshit environment. I wanted to be authentic. And even if I do have to put myself on the chopping block sometime, or reveal a darker side of myself, or darker part of my past, that's something I'm willing to do to help people. Because I think that's that well sorry I don't think that's something I want to do in this upcoming new year, is to help people. When I say help people, I mean like legitimately, not like my old jobs where um I was a stalker, or a customer service representative, or any times, or I've had quite a few different jobs in my past, but none of them were ever fulfilling. But when I think about helping people, especially people that deserve help, you know that's what gets me fired up, or like willing, like something like doing these videos. Like it's like, I know sometimes I talk about the bad stuff in this world, but really, I feel like I really just I'm here to I want to help people. So, that's what's got me fired up, about this New Year's, like, making more content to help people. That's it. Or, maybe I will and also, not maybe, also throughout this year maybe I will find another avenue to help people even more. I talked to my cousin, told me about like Peace Corps stuff. She sent me some more information. I haven't looked at it all. I know I need to, but if I can, whether it's I travel, to another country if possible, or even here, if I can like legitimately help people, I want to try to do that. That's a goal. Um, for this year, not a resolution. That's something that's gonna stick with me for life is to help people. A darker side of my past, I always just thought like, oh, um, I wanted more money, and if I made more money and had status, I'd be better than it. I honestly, that's how I felt at one point. Even, I talk about, those people as business, that was like a more of a business mindset that I had at that time, and I was one of those dumbass stupid business people, that we really didn't we don't need more of, as a business person. That was my mindset at one point. That was a darker side of me. But I'm officially done with that mindset though. I'm clear of it. I'm proud of myself. I got over that shit, I used to value money and things, over everything. But it's like you start to realize, especially as you grow, well, as not everybody realized, but the more and more I became self-aware, I started to realize like, wow, that shit really doesn't matter. Like, sure, again, I think I've said before, like, do I have some things I still do, like my computer, headphones, have a Steam Deck, my phone, just those few electronics. I really don't need anything else though. I'm not trying to be out here, over consuming and shit, getting the newest car, the newest, whatever, Buick, Lamborghini, whatever it is, It's just, I still have a few things, but it's like I'm not materialistic at all, which, that should be another tip for this new year. A lot of people, I've seen some videos. I haven't watched a lot of them fully, but I've seen some that have said, the death of material or like consumerism is coming, which that's not a bad thing, I know some people will think, especially people who speak against consumerism, because usually those are the people that own businesses and stuff like that and try to sell people shit they don't need. you know um to them, you're probably a villain. But if you are speaking down on consumerism, if you're giving up, if you're buying, if you're not, if you no longer in this new year, or going forward, want to buy shit that you don't need, that's not a quality of a villain. That's good. That's a good quality. Like, you don't need shit that you don't need anymore. You don't need to buy shit that you don't need anymore. That's not a villain phase. That's a breakthrough. Because so many people are so obsessed with the newest shit, upgrading their iPhone, iPad, whatever. It's like this phone that I have now. I'm gonna take care of it. Pretty much and indefinitely. Until the wheel. They say until the wheels fall off. I don't want a new phone. This phone is nice. I can watch videos on it. I can take pictures on it. I don't need the newest phone in the world, with, like a camera that's, 1 pixel better or something, some shit like that. It's ridiculous. So that should be tip number 2. It's like, get rid of that consumer bullshit, and just smarten yourself, up about stuff like that, Um, tip number 3, I would say, is start to well, I know this is harder for others because, well, I've already started to do this. I've started to unmask. And for what people, if there are any people out there, that doesn't understand, like, oh, what do you mean unmask? Unmasking is like I don't know how to describe it exactly, but I guess like a mental health technique of where you take um, the person that you present to society and stuff like that, and you just cast it off, or you rip the mask off. It's about being when you unmask. It's about being your most authentic self. And there's not a lot of people out there. I think going forward, we need more and more authentic people in this world. When there's so many unauthentic people. Politicians, business people, religious people, so many those are three groups of very unauthentic people. So we need more authentic people. So don't be afraid to unmask in this new year. It's like, I guess a part of me hasn't fully unmasked myself. It's like I feel like I've ripped it off, but it's like maybe there's like a part of it like still hanging off until like I just finally like take it and rip. But for the most part I've just unmasked. I've stated in some past videos like some shit, I'm not willing to do anymore. It's like I'm not willing to um overconsume anymore, or be a transaction to somebody. I'm not willing to um help people that don't deserve it. Like I spoke about conventions, which I wanted to mention, like I mentioned before, like I've never heard anybody speak about conventions like this in any sort of way. Like, anime gaming conventions, it's like I don't want to support them anymore because not only do they not support the actual creators of those properties, but they steal a lot of money. And it's like, they make money off of stuff, property, art and stuff, that's not even there. So I don't support, anime gaming conventions anymore. I don't do it. And also I've had a bad experience with one of them. So I've decided to move on officially from that stuff. Yeah, it's just I don't. It's like I just don't see the need to go to any of those anymore. And I think those conventions are another uh, tool people use for their capital gains. Their over consumerism, like, oh, like, hey, come to these places, like, or oh, like, anybody is going here, all that shit. And like, this is a social event where you can meet friends for free. You can meet friends for free. Talk about anime for free. Stuff like that. You don't need to pay $40-$50 for a ticket. Say that $40-$50. Take yourself out to dinner or something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, that's something. Part of me unmasking is like I'm gonna start speaking. Well, I've already started. With this channel, start speaking against the bullshit in this world. So that's a good one. Um, and yeah, I'm trying to think. What else I want to say here. Um, just yeah, I've said a lot of it. Being genuine. Don't let a date or a time stop you. Um, yeah, I think that's probably about it. I really hit a lot of the bigger to me the biggest points or the bigger points. You know, about that stuff. But I guess I believe I was on tip number 4. Um, it's important. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, and um, the sea of bullshit, or the sea of people that we live in. Um, I think people, especially when like they hang out with, their friend group or significant other or what acquaintances, whatever, a lot of people can really like lose their selves. Um, in this again in the sea of commotion, the sea of talk, and the sea of what's the biggest trend, what's what, or how to act. don't be afraid, this year. I think I already stated already, but just don't be afraid to be authentically yourself this year. This year, I've already this year, I've already um, oh, excuse me, I've already stated, to myself, stuff I'm willing to do this year and stuff I'm not willing to. Like, I'm willing, like, this year, like, I really want to, embrace my interests and my hobbies, like, watching TVs, movies, um, reading. I haven't done a lot of that lately, but, or listening to my audibles. Um, I love watching like combats or mixed martial arts, MMA. I love pro wrestling. I want to support pro wrestling. Not every pro wrestling company. Sorry, not every pro wrestling company, but just in whatever way I can. So I'm trying to support pro wrestling like that, and I want to support original like creators, like actual like creative people out there, that have created something, and just I just really really great creators, original creators. That's what we need. I also need is more original people in this world. But I'm not gonna get too far into that. I believe we live in a world full of we live in a world devoid of creativity. So um, yeah, that's about it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. If you are watching this, thank you very much for tuning into the pain scale, and y'all have a good one. Thank you.